Hey guys, Rick here. How are all my hair comrades today? I hope you're doing well. Listen, the purpose of this channel is to be of help or assistance because I know how I struggled in the beginning. So today we're going to talk about something interesting. So stick around and let's get into something fun. Here we go. Pose. Everything good? Yeah, everything good. All right. Hey, welcome to the channel, my hair comrades. I'm so glad you're here. I've been doing a lot of system cut-ins here of late, and I really enjoy doing that. And let me clarify something here. I am doing this. I'm not sure how to monetize this for myself, to tell you the truth. I am doing this because I'm enjoying doing it, and I just want to help if I can because I know what I went through and how I struggled in the beginning. So I hope these videos are doing that for you. So if you wouldn't mind subscribing and liking all of this, it'd mean a lot to me. We're over 1,000 subscribers now, and so I think that's amazing, and it's all because of you guys. So thanks again from the bottom of my heart. Okay, so hair. Um, so many times I find this. I understand it's difficult to go from bald or super almost bald hair because it's no hair on your head, right? To going to having hair on your head. And the problem is this: we freak out a little bit if it's something that is, are people going to notice? Well, let's get that out of the way right up front because people are going to notice. But here's what happened with me. This is the truth, and it doesn't seem very reasonable or possible even. But I went from a shaved head completely and totally to growing out the sides of my bio hair in preparation to getting the hair system to walking into my business and other places with this full head of hair. Well, it could it be any more screamingly obvious than that? No. But this is the strange thing that happened. Uh, I would be talking to someone, this one guy in particular, and I said something about my hair after I talked to him for about 10 minutes. And he looked at me funny. He said, "Well, it looks great." I said, "Man, you do remember that I'm bald, right?" And he went, "Yeah. Well, what happened?" And I said, "Well, this is if we dare use the word toupee hair system." And he studied me and he said, "That is crazy." Okay, so the point being this: people most of the time looked at me and knew something was different about me, but because the hair looked so natural, they couldn't figure out what it was. What is different about him? You would think they'd go, "Isn't he supposed to be bald?" I'm telling you, it happened all the time. So I'm a happy camper today because I have on a brand new HD 111, and it is so freaking perfect. It is not even funny. It is really, I did the cut in, the whole 9 yards this morning. I'm going to kind of turn around and give you the view of it all about how great that looks. And got it on my head, front hairline, exquisite. Yeah, so it's a happy day for me because of that. It's always good to have new hair. So if you're worried about people noticing, they're going to notice something's different, and they may even notice that, "Hey, aren't you bald?" But here's the key: it's got to look 100% natural, and it'll throw them off the trail because they will look and they won't think anything about it. So, in the considerations of all of that, another point that I'd like to make to hopefully help is you're going to have hair on your head. That's the whole point, right? It's like It's impossible to wear a hair system going from bald to hair system and not look as though you've got hair on your head. And I say that because of the guys that sit down in my chair and there's just too much hair. It's too much hair. It's too much hair. Well, any hair is more hair than you're used to. And so I just told someone, I said, okay, give yourself a chance. Let's get this as natural looking as we can, which we can. And give yourself a chance, because it's kind of like saying, I want to have hair on my head again, but I still want to look like I'm bald because I don't want anybody to notice it. You see what I'm saying? It's like, let's paint the house white real black. I mean, it's just, it really doesn't work that way. So try to wrap your mind around, wrap your mind around the fact that when you put one of these things on, it can be cut very short and it can also look very natural, but you are going to have to get accustomed to the different look yourself. Now, this one guy I'm talking about, oh my gosh, you talk about a difference in his appearance and the way he looked. You talk about 15, 20 years younger, 100%. It was like unbelievable for him. So I try to advise people. I say, hey, look, just own it. It is becoming, this whole hair thing is becoming so normalized and so just, I'm going to put on a pair of glasses. I'm going to put some hair on because I don't have any. I mean, it truly is. All you have to do is look around on the internet and see how it is literally blowing up with people wearing hair systems and doing videos such as these. So it's becoming very, nobody thinks anything about it, and particularly if it looks good. Now, you don't want to walk around with a terrible looking rug on your head, that's for sure. That's a no go. But anyway, yeah. So, another thing is, if you are going to be a brave soul, as I was, and you're going to do this all on your own, as far as cutting your template, cutting the base, sticking it on your head yourself, and then you need someone to do a cut in, and you can't get to me here in Central Texas, north of DFW, then find someone who is, we'll talk to you about it, and who is a good barber, because a good barber will be able to look at it and figure out pretty quickly what it's going to take to make it look good. I've discovered some tricks and tips that make a huge difference as far as the outside perimeter. So we're going to talk about those a little bit. Number one, if you want a completely disconnected look, which is a great look, then you can just completely buzz or fade the sides of your hair. You leave the system a little bit longer and combs down over it. We all know what that kind of Viking look looks like, totally shaved and then a strip down the middle that's long. That's easy peasy. No big deal. Don't have to worry about it blending on the sides. Nothing. The problem with that is if you're a first time wearer and you go to that, simply because of the nature of the way that cut looks, people are going to say, well, I can see that big old hunk of hair on top of your head, So, and that's the look I really preferred in the beginning. And as I look back, I see it probably wasn't the best for me. Um, and if you're a new time wearer, like I said, and you don't want people to notice, then it's really better to start with something that's super, super blended to throw them off the scent, if you will. And so, but if that disconnected look and you've been aware for some time, or you just flat don't care, then, go for it. That's really, really easy. Then secondly, if you want that really short faux hawk, kind of everything combed forward and the front kind of sticking up, um, and you cut the sides of your bio hair too short at the top, you can start with a fade. You can skin fade if you want, but make sure that when you get to the top edge of your natural hair, that you've got at least an inch of growth up there, because it's so much better when you're trying to do that faux hawk if you've got some longer bio hair at the top to blend the hair system hair with something that hair system hair can lie on top of, blend in with. That way, when you're combing it forward, it's feathery and blends in. If it's shaved on the sides all the way up and you try to do that, super hard. To my eye, I just can't ever get that to look spot on. And so let's leave some of that top a little bit longer and give it some blend so it'll be a little bit more versatile. That is kind of the name of the game of all of that. So much of it depends on the style you want. Uh, I get so many compliments on my hair, and so people want to come in and have theirs look as good as mine, and it looks good, but doing that all forward faux hawk thing to me is the hardest to get to blend, to get to look natural, to me, as picky as I am about it. I mean, I get it looking good, don't get me wrong, but it's easier for whatever reason, and I don't know why, when things are kind of going back. I don't know if the bio hair can kind of comb or brush up into the system hair. I don't know exactly what it is, but anyway, all of those things add up. So if you are looking for 100% natural, then the cut in is so important. I can't even tell you, the cut in is so important. But if you're going to a barber, if you're coming to me or whoever you're going to, please let that hair grow out, your natural hair grow out, so that I've got something to work with to look my best. Because I really hate when I've got some things thrown at me that I can't do anything about, because this is second best. Let's do something else to get you all the way there to 100%. So all of that is important. Now, let's talk about the style that you're wearing as far as how much hair you need. If you've got real thick bio hair, you can have a real thicker system. HD111 is right in the middle of the road. HD111 HD111 is thinner density. Then you've got the M101 that's super thick. I've had them all, and I can make it all work, but they all look different. So with that being said, I just want to encourage you as far as getting this thing stuck on your head. You can do it. Getting the template cut after you get over the nerves of it. And then when you do get it on your head, chin up, chest out, own it, and start getting all the compliments you're going to get. I think we all have friends, which I kind of tend to be that kind of friend to people. I kind of say, "Oh wow," because I notice every little stinking detail, which kind of drives my wife crazy. But they'll say, "Oh man, what you got stuck on your head? Some squirrel come up there and make a nest." I mean, that's probably what I'm going to say. But I'm going to conclude with saying, "But dude, it looks incredible. It looks amazing." So once again, I want to say thank you to all you subscribers. If you want to order hair from Super Hair Pieces, every time you place an order with them, if you'll put Rick 10, it helps Rick 10 just a teeny tiny little bit, and I appreciate that. Rick 10. Like and subscribe if you don't mind. And I'm going to go and, even though I've got brand new hair on my head, and maybe you should hear this, even though I've got brand new hair on my head, I'm going to go out and get in that little Beamer convertible, put the top down, and enjoy this very mild, beautiful Texas day. All right, guys, hang in there. If there's anything you really have questions about or want me to talk about, please leave me something in the comments, and I will try my best to get around to that. So until next time, peace out. Love, joy, happiness, hair, honesty, simplicity, uncomplicated living, um, positive attitude. I speak all the time about um, uh, what is it that I talk about all the time? Um, Controlled thought processing, uh, intentional thought processing is what I call it. And if I've got a thought in my mind that wants to be negative or contribute to some anxiety, I tend to want to put it in that category. Whenever it needs to be one a little bit more pragmatic, that I just make a decision based on the facts and do the best I can and not worry about it. But intentional thought processing, uh, if I have something that's negative, something that could be a bit depressing to me, and something I can do nothing about, I'm going to take that and replace it with something that's fun. I tell people all the time, I don't care if it's something as simple as a roller coaster at an amusement park that you remembered and how much fun it was. Think about who you rode it with and the day you did it. Think on that real hard. And you'll be surprised how that controlled, intentional thought processing will cause all the negative things to go away whenever you are determined to think and process it like that. So I don't know, maybe Rick's tip of the day, but let's just say it like this: it worked for me. Peace out, guys. See you next time. It's a good day.